Oh, I'm fanboying. Ooh.
Oh, I know it's wrong. Oh my god.
So, guys, we just finished watching that announcement trailer for Resident Evil Veronica, which will be coming out in 2027. What are your impressions on it?
I, for one, am G'd up. I thought that was great. Nice little teaser there. Brings Hunk into the fold. That's very interesting, and some great little flashbacks to the dragonfly. We all know how fun it is to pull the wings off insects. Yeah, I'm psyched for that.
Boys, I am so hyped. You know what's crazy? When you actually believe the crazy people on Twitter and they come through. Am I right, Para? Would you believe the crazy people on Twitter and they pull one off for you?
Well, this time, I guess.
I know.
Like I said, the internet has predicted 9 out of the last 1 Code Veronica remake announcements. I suppose they had to be right eventually.
And we got there on this one.
They say a stop clock's right twice a day, don't they?
I know, except for I missed that time 8 times, and on the 9th try we got there. Oh man, we have been waiting for this for so long. I mean, that's crazy, and it looked great.
It did. I think out of all the sort of classic era games, apart from Zero, Code Veronica is the one that's gotten the least love as times went on.
Yeah. And what a game. I mean, I'm just going to have to go back and replay the original. It's just, I can't wait to see how they tackle some of the, there's obviously a few little controversies and stuff concerning Alfred and obviously Steve Burnside. I'd be interested to see how they're navigated, but certainly looking forward to see how the enemy redesigns, how they do the enemies like the Bandersnatch and stuff like that. That's really intriguing.
And the Albinoid and the giant spider.
Oh yeah, the Albinoid.
And Nosferatu.
And we get a Gravedigger. They can't deny us 2 Resident Evils without a Gravedigger, because they did in the remake. Yeah, the old Gulper. Well, that was talking about Claire.
No,
I think sorry, on you go, Servings.
They'll cut it. They'll absolutely cut it.
I've said for a long time, if they were going to remake Code Veronica, out of all the classic era remakes, it's going to be the one that's changed the most. Just because Code Veronica is tonally a very different game from the rest of them. The score is very different. The characters are very different. There's a lot of really weird, goofy humor in Code Veronica, and the way that Alfred and Steve are written. Claire and Chris are kind of written pretty straight, as is Rodrigo Juan Raval. And Alexia and Wesker, they're kind of just pantomime villains. They're so extra, which I love, but I don't know if it would work in a modern era remake.
It will if I had to take my guess, because Resident Evil 4 remake, by the time all these remakes are all said and done, I honestly think will probably be looked at as one of the best remakes from Resident Evil 4, to itself or whatever. But if they do Code Veronica anywhere close to how they did Resident Evil 4 remake, this game will be absolutely amazing. And they can take away, Claire, calling Alfred a cross-dressing freak. They can take away Steve being a 17-year-old weirdo that was trapped in a prison camp. They can take that away, because I don't know if you guys ever played the Umbrella Chronicle. I think it's the Dark Side Chronicles, but they actually tightened up how he acted. They actually made him a little bit cooler, which I can see. I don't know if you remember, it showed the one character that had the little black kind of cape, cloak on or whatever. I think that might be him. I think that'll be
Steve.
Yeah, we'll break it down a little bit more once we get these opening thoughts done.
Sorry, I just hope that Claire remembered it was my birthday and bought the cake. If you know what I mean.
I
Well,
do know what you mean.
Well, the 3 remake Jill did, and one thing I noticed, it showed Jill twice, or no, so it showed Claire twice. It looked like different face models a little bit, and I think we should take a look at that.
Yeah,
But
it's the second face that we saw is very clearly I forget the actress, the model's name that they based her off of. Jordan McEwen, that's her name. It's obviously still Jordan McEwen, but yeah, the scene where Hunk like grabs her from behind, she did look kind of different.
yeah,
I can't really put my finger on what exactly it is that's changed. It might just be the angle and the lighting.
yeah, it definitely seemed like, because the Resident Evil 2 remake Claire is very distinct, and maybe it's just the angle, but it kind of looked like maybe the version of Claire that would be in Revelations 2. But
Yeah,
we'll
she looked a bit more fierce, did she?
oh, dude, she definitely did not look very happy to have our boy old Hunk putting a knife to her neck. It looked like he was putting it towards the back, towards her spine. Like that's rough.
Classic Hunk.
Cool. Yeah, classic Hunk. All right, boys. Anything else we want to add until we start digging into this trailer?
Obviously, conceptually, we've got the addition of like the Paris section, which was just kind of like the intro cutscene in the original. I wonder to what extent that's going to be like a playable segment, if it is at all. Certainly in the original, you have Claire sort of storming an Umbrella headquarters by herself, which was heavily influenced by like the Matrix films, which were all the rage at the time, and that was kind of like a bit. It was a bit extra. Like it's only been 3 months since Claire, Leon, and Sherry escaped out of Raccoon City by the skin of their teeth, and now
Yeah.
she's like she's storming an Umbrella building by herself and like running down a hallway as a helicopter like tries to gun her down and shit.
And then falling to the ground, catching her handgun, and potentially killing 15 soldiers in one go, only to be buttstock to the face by old what's his name again?
Rodrigo Juan Raval.
The only man that could stop her besides Hunk.
And I'm not saying it's impossible for someone to go from a relative like noob to someone who's capable of that, but I am saying that it's impossible.
It doesn't track. It doesn't make sense.
No.
So I think what we saw makes it's going to, like Resident Evil 4 remake, where you get these sections where it's like very grounded, and then you have your sections where it's a little ridiculous, and they do seem to separate them in these remakes a little bit better, maybe, where they just kind of in the early days would throw whatever at the wall, and however it translated or however it came together or whatever time they had to apply to it kind of worked out the way it did. But I like Resident Evil 9, but I still think Resident Evil 4 was better overall, just because it's, it does have that member berries, I would say, it's attached to it. I feel like Resident Evil 9 ended up being just another day in the office, where Resident Evil 4 felt like, something maybe a little different. I'm hoping Code Veronica captures that Resident Evil 4 remake magic. I really do. And
because they've got the template, haven't they? They had the template for 4, and they did so well with it. They had the template for, they've got the template for Code Veronica. Let's just hope they keep it rolling like that.
Exactly, and I hope we get more lore. Now, Resident Evil 9, I was on this weird ship where I thought I was going to get Outbreak lore way more than I was. I mean, you guys remember me talk. I was so thinking this thing was going to be member berries to the point I couldn't stand. But, we did get less than what I wanted, even though we ultimately got a great game that definitely set some things up for the future. I hope Code Veronica digs deep. I hope it does what the first remake did, and just adds so much more. Gives the Alfred Alfred and Alexia and the Ashfords way more to do and way more depth. They had a lot, but they can. I want more.
I think it's definitely an opportunity to sort of deepen the lore regarding Umbrella. You can get into a lot of stuff regarding Ashford and Spencer and Marcus. You can just have tons and tons of files about them, like going through their history and the timeline and stuff. Because that's something that we've seen consistently with every game since Resident Evil 6, is they're trying to like load the lore up with stuff. Whereas in the originals, a lot of things were kind of just like not particularly like relevant to anything that came forward. Like a lot of things were kind of just background, like context clues. We didn't get like an actual like story that went into the deep background of like the Resident Evil universe.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a bit more of that.
Yeah, no, that'd be kind of cool. Because I wonder, because I think we're all kind of guessing that when it comes to the more modern day things that would be very taboo by today's standards that were in the game before. There was one at the time that they did kick away, and it was about a certain group in Germany at the time. And do you think there's a chance they may spin that back into it? Maybe not so much with that group, but maybe hint to a connection like it.
It's certainly possible. I think incorporating the mid-century Germans into the lore I don't think that would fly nowadays unless they were trying to explicitly make Umbrella like even more evil, which I don't really think is necessary because they're
It doesn't
already
really need to
pretty
lean
evil.
on that too much, does it? I mean, they're already their own evil arsehole entity. I think it's still got more chance than the cross-dressing freak line coming into it, but yeah, I think they're just that because that could distract too much. I think I'd be surprised if they play on that.
Yeah, that makes a good point.
It's also the situation where, like, Spencer, even Spencer, who is ancient by the time he dies, is still going to be like a teenager at most during World War II. So unless they're going to incorporate some like Operation Paperclip stuff into the lore, I don't see it as particularly likely. But yeah, additional controversies. You've already touched on it. The transphobic cross-dressing freak line. You also have Steve being extremely creepy to Claire in the airplane when she's asleep, and you've kind of got like the whole like subtext of like incest going on between like Alfred and Alexia. Even though it wasn't like explicitly said or even heavily implied, there was kind of like this weird like psychosexual thing going on between Alfred and how he felt about Alexia.
Definitely obsessed.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't go in that, which actually makes, after listening to that, it actually makes a little bit more sense. Maybe we'll get more about the European branch versus the American branch. Maybe we'll get a little bit more on the Nemesis project.
Yeah, and we get a tyrant in it. See how that's working. Oh, the old Club Fist old tyrant.
Yeah, because basically, if maybe it won't matter because she ends up in Rockford Island, but maybe Claire sneaks by, the prototype of the Nemesis being made. We get to see a little bit of that. While because I think stealth is going to come back. I think it's going to be a thing.
Get him in the Nemesis program.
Dude.
Get everyone in the Nemesis program.
Yes. All right. I think we're good on that. You boys ready to start digging into this trailer now?
Let's go.
Let's have
it. For all the people listening, just to give you a little heads up, what's going to be happening is we're going to be stopping, going back. If you're not into that, it may annoy you. But other than that, we're going to give our opinions on what we see, what we may think may happen, and we're going to try to maybe catch some good stuff as we go. So we appreciate you sticking it out with us, and let's see what we can find.
Every frame a pause.
Every frame a pause. This is how we get around the copyright. All right, so let me go ahead and full screen is my boy. All right, boys, I'm gonna need y'all's help whenever you see. If you see anything in particular, say stop. Say stop.
Yep.
That building in the distance is gonna be the building. That's Umbrella's building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Umbrella written all over it.
Yeah. So 12. 12.
That'll
What is
just
that?
be an address.
Yeah.
Impasse de Manomere.
Yeah. Our Pear is our translator.
I will not apologize for shoddy French.
I'm proud of it.
I'm proud of. Or was it? What do you call it? Frenchless or whatever? Like this English and fucking French.
Franglish.
Franglish sells it. Yeah.
Oui? Qui est-ce?
Okay.
So, you're the American who called earlier. The sister of the man on the third floor.
Chris Redfield.
Ah, welcome to Paris. It's
Grace
so
has
nice
really
to
let
meet
herself
you.
go, even though she went born.
It's freezing.
Man, the T virus
Come
really
in.
wears you down.
Come in. We don't want
Not the
you
most
to catch
flattering
a cold.
haircut.
The
No, but
I
she's
hate
French,
to
so
say
it's
it, but your brother is, well, quite odd. In we go.
This is an odd bean.
we get to see his apartment, and it looks exactly like.
In we go.
Oh,
Pause. I don't think this in the game. This is going to be heavily expanded because they're obviously like lampshading it being Claire as the first person. So
Yeah.
I think when the game actually comes out, there's going to be a lot more to this segment. You know, like Claire's not just going to be standing there like a robot while this kindly old lady is like being really nice to her.
well, this cut, they're taking dialogue from her.
Yeah, of course.
You know. And it happens like ooh, there's a little black beep. Is that a boys? I think I found the Krager special. There's a herb on the back window. You see that? That's how you know,
yeah.
That's how you know it's a Resident Evil game. And we see a beer as well. I mean, let's just take a quick look real quick and see if there's anything that stands out to you, boys, besides the smokes and the weight.
We have files on the table, a bunch of photographs, a camera, ashtray full of cigarettes. You shouldn't be smoking in a rented property. There's a bunch of pills on the table. There's a radio. There's a remote. There's dumbbells on the floor. A dumbbell, at least.
Is he sleeping on that couch? It's awfully small. That love seat.
Yeah, the pillows seem to indicate that he is sleeping on it.
Yeah. He ain't got no pillowcases, and he don't take baths because those pillows look dirty.
Dank.
All right. Let's see if we can maybe. Yeah, it's too blurry.
He's got some combat boots.
Yeah.
It's like there's a tactical backpack.
Yeah, the hat, a belt.
A belt or something. Yeah, I kind of hope that this it fills in the gaps of like what Chris is actually doing, because like in the original, like Claire obviously goes to Paris, gets captured, gets taken to Rockfort Island, contacts Leon, who gets in touch with Chris, tells her to come rescue her. What is Chris actually doing at this point?
Maybe origin story.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes into the thing where, you know, Spencer is, you know, at this point, he knows about the Spencer mansion, right? And they're like, this is out there hanging out. They've seen all this. And I've always thought the Spencer mansion was like maybe the toe in the water for Umbrella into America, maybe. Because, you know, Spencer is obviously European, where the roots would be deeper here. They should be deeper here, you know, and there's so much story that you could add into that turns out, well, you know, the things we see in America, which is most of the information we kind of get from most of the stories, most of the games, you know, you have Resident Evil 5 that taps into Africa and shows a little bit of history there, but we really don't got a lot of Europe. And you would think if if a lot of this company was started here and they spread it from there, all three of them or whatever, that, you know, it would be the most lore would be here. The most going on here.
I don't know if this part of the lore has been like, you know, left by the wayside or anything, but I believe in the original 1996 game, it says that Umbrella was founded in the US because the Arklay mountain range is the only place where green, red, and blue herbs grow. And I think James Marcus is American.
Okay.
He's obviously the one that made the breakthrough with the T virus because of leeches. You are absolutely right in saying that, you know, there's this whole side to Umbrella on the European side that doesn't get a whole lot of lore attached to it, other than being, well, this is where Nemesis was made. He was made in France.
Yeah.
And you know, Umbrella having like a European headquarters in Paris. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they take it. I do kind of hope that Chris gets a playable section outside of Rockfort and Antarctica. Like maybe even you start as Chris, you know, and then you get like a segment with Claire. I don't know.
He's uncovering a bit of dirt, you know, before he gets started.
Oh yeah, well yeah, no, I just did a little AI Google, and yeah, apparently Dr. James Marcus, you know, he's definitely American, and he has primarily lived in Raccoon City, so that's probably where they got a lot of that going into that. That's actually a good point. I didn't think about that. Well done. Well, you know what? If we ever get a Resident Evil Zero remake, you know, maybe maybe they'll dig into that, because man, I need to replay that game. All right, boys, let's dig back into it.
Oh la la.
Ha ha ha.
Mais quel pagaille! He's made such a mess again. Think, I just cleaned it up a week ago. It's like a boulder rolled through here.
Oh,
huh?
We got that RE5. We got you.
Ah, the delightful biscuit.
Of all things to steal, she's gonna take his candy.
We won't notice if we help ourselves.
I think that's a cut there too. Yeah, there's a cut there.
I'll bring some nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
So the phone rings.
This old lady is almost certainly dead now.
Brad rings up. Nemesis comes through the wall.
The second she goes up those stairs, she's dead.
She's the Nemesis.
She is the Nemesis.
Bunch of pills.
Candy.
Those look like ibuprofens.
All right. This it says Vigil. It don't say Virgil. So I thought maybe that was the DMC, but well, you got a bunch of cigarettes and some kind of card in the ashtray. So other than that, I don't really see much.
Also, that's possibly a fake press badge beside the camera.
Yeah, with the hat and all that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, fairly standard stuff.
I wonder how they're going to handle him finding out about the island and getting there to help Claire.
I wonder if they're gonna have Jeff Sheeney or Shine, whatever his name is, back as Chris. You know, who voiced him in RE Village. Yeah. There's also the voice of Carlos in 3 Make.
Yeah, which I wouldn't see why they wouldn't bring him back. Let's go back. Let's just get a couple little frames in there. There it is. Not enough to tell us anything, but
Mr. Death.
The Grim Reaper.
I wonder if they'll shy away from.
Cannot die.
I wonder if they'll shy away from the Hunk name because they think it's goofy because they didn't mention it in the RE9.
Yeah, that's what for the fan base maybe.
Yeah. But let's see if we can get it.
Was he called Hunk in Resident Evil 4 Remake Mercenaries?
Yes, I think so.
It was.
Well, I heard people say that. Yeah, I don't know if So all right, let's look at those elf ears. All right, let's. I don't remember any forest areas in Code Veronica at all. So this is kind of new. This is maybe some outskirt area, maybe using more of the island, because you know in the lore, the Rodrigo guy, he's apparently supposed to be from the island and actually worked with Umbrella to take the island over and do the things they did, and he highly regretted it because I think it led to the death of his family. And by then he was kind of just out of his mind, you know. So, all right, any thoughts or expressions, or any thoughts or before we move forward?
Intrigue, but I have no real. I
Yeah.
don't know where they're going. I mean, if I knew what kind of trees they were, that might give me a better idea. But hopefully, it is more of the island that we get to see.
Some
Yeah.
scary trees.
Like when Chris comes ashore.
Yeah. That's what he's gonna walk through. So we got this and underground area of some sort.
Lots of
That
ventilation.
That kind of look like the sort of walkway above looks kind of like the area where Steve and Claire fall down, and
Yeah.
then Claire gets pinned, and then Steve has his infamous father.
Yeah.
There is a dead zombie hiding down there. You can see the light. Maybe they'll change it where maybe it was something they were doing construction. Maybe it was an older building, a temple or something akin that was already on the island for the locals, and they're basically changing it, and desecrating it. So you can kind of see where they would walk around, and maybe in that area that's in the top left over there, that's where you walk and maybe fall through. So that's interesting.
Hard to say.
Yeah. Please insert your card. So old technology. And there's an umbrella. You see the umbrella symbol on the bottom right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So scan, and is that a?
Wonder, this has to be either the computer that Claire uses the ID card on, or the one where she contacts Leon on, which would be cool.
Yeah,
please. You get like a Leon cameo.
Yeah, please insert your card. I don't control mode on. Something work. Oh, so yeah, this might. I wonder if this is the room they kept the baby albinoids in. With the picture on the wall. There's that cut scene whenever the researcher is like banging on the glass and Claire's like, I can't do nothing.
I can't get the door open.
Claire does her best kendo impression. Sorry about that, babe.
All right, let's kick it forward. Hi, obviously he's walking through underground. This gives me those vibes where like you kind of had like the Dead Factory kind of thing kind of going on, where they had these facilities that they were just using to use, and they just, long as work was getting done, who cares what happens, So
health and safety, never heard of it.
Yeah, because it looks like
umbrella.
Yeah, plastic wrap on the right, wires, on the ground. This is the maintenance room.
There's a health and safety manager going absolutely crazy here.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see them using darkness a lot more in Code Veronica.
Yep.
Like in having the flashlight be like a critical piece of equipment.
Yeah. Dude, why I am getting first person vibes so much with this trailer.
I mean, maybe they'll do it like they did in Requiem, where you get the choice.
Yeah, I think they'd be silly
first
not
or
to.
third.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why take things away once you give them? Why give us the toys and then take them away? So. Oh! I remember this. Do you think this may be the video?
Yeah. I mean, shot in high definition, but yeah, it's going to be the famous bit where they're plucking the wings off the insect.
Yeah, because it's missing all but one. So maybe like it'll be the thing where it's like a V. It's because I think in the video it shows it kind of broken up and all that, but as as you zoom into the video, it transitions to like you being there, watching from a corner of the room or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have hands reaching.
We got hands reaching, boys. Hands reaching.
we got there.
It almost looks like Claire's jacket, with this zip on the sleeve.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay. So back. All right, so red light. So this is, it looks like that other room they're in with the plastic everywhere. like it's like a construction area that they're like, hey guys, throw the plastic on everything.
Yeah, it's like blood spatter on the walls as well.
Yeah, I got some gore. I got a mortar and pestle on top of that thing. Oh, here we go. So this is okay. That's the same scene as this.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah. So I wonder if this is where Claire gets her gun. Obviously, the compound.
That looks awesome.
You see the soldiers right there on top of the vehicle. This looks like there's three of them.
Looks like almost like the tower that Steve is gonna shoot at you from at the start.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably. Go ahead.
No, I was just that old brown slide himself.
Yeah, and then you see there's a bicycle on the bottom right. So
Alfred's bicycle. I can just see him like inspecting the facility on a bicycle. He seems that kind of guy.
Yeah, and then you got the blue medallion up on the wall, right above the door.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have an explosion here. Obviously, this is probably the attack from the HCF. So, all right. Other than that, the only thing else I see, if you look at in the middle of the fire, a little bit to the left, looks like there's a construction hat, maybe, or that might be the light from the Jeep. I don't know. All right, but that looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll move forward and look at that. Definitely got that prison camp vibe. Look at all that barbed wire.
Work will set you free.
Yeah.
Work will set you free.
What is this? This is Claire's head. See her face. Oh, boys. Y'all remember this cutscene? Y'all remember this one? Dude, Rockford Island. That's her being sent there.
What was Jurassic Park?
Turns out this is not Code Veronica. This is actually
it's Dino Crisis.
We're back, boys.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, dude.
Gold Lugers.
Those look nice. And if I know, like, go ahead.
Pulled from Steve's cold dead hands.
Yeah, and I know Capcom doesn't like making merchandise like they used to, but man, give us these in some way. Maybe a cool collector's edition. Something neat. Not like the RE9s was terrible, but these look good.
Collector's edition.
Yeah,
a couple of gold Lugers.
Yeah, let me.
That's almost certainly Steve.
Dude, you see that? You see that hair? You see
that
red hair?
Yeah. Steve.
That's your boy, Steve. And like that reaching out, so you thought it was Claire's jacket? That might be his jacket. That might be what him reaching out towards Claire.
The hate for Steve is off the charts.
Could be, but unless they've redesigned the jacket, didn't Steve's jacket have like short sleeves on it?
I know, but I think the redesign. I would say that, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd argue that, because this is like this is kind of gives me that whole Resident Evil 5 cloak that Jill Valentine had.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Like the same deal, but this time instead of giving her that weird plague, giving him the plague doctor mask, they just let him skulk around. That's why I think, you got the stealth sections where it's like light stealth, and I think this is going to be in this game. That's what gives me that thing. So I'm just gonna. So after I think after he talks to her and he's all like, "Sorry, babe," but he's probably gonna be cooler and not all fucking creepy. He's like, well, I can't have you slowing me down, and puts the hood on and goes about his business.
I can definitely see them making him like more angsty, like because he's like a teenager, his family's dead, he's stuck on this fucking godforsaken island where he's just like kind of depressed, like anime protagonist archetype now, rather than like the really like goofy character that he was in the original Code Veronica.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, cause especially if he's because you look at the one thing when it came to the other game, Steve was a boy that was basically an inmate on this island, and it's basically his dad has put him in the situation that he's in. So obviously, the reason why he's so weird and all, think about the whole potential horrible things that could be happening to him, being in this situation. So if they, remake it and, they're going to basically take it as he wants to escape. He probably, being a young kid being mistreated on this island, doesn't want anything to do with anybody else, probably doesn't have any friends that are alive anymore. And if this island, which it's like, obviously they don't care about segregating female and male, so basically if you make Umbrella mad or you're no longer useful, you're now on this island, and whatever happens to you happens to you. He could potentially look at Claire as just another person that's just going to either get in his way, slow him down, get killed if he cares about, and he'd rather just do it himself.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And I think they could very easily write Steve to have been like toughened up like beyond his years as a result of like inhumane like imprisonment. Like when you in the room that you start as Claire in the game, there's like a fire hose on the floor. So they're like dousing like prisoners with like ice cold water and shit, possibly while they're naked. So, Steve could have easily been subjected to stuff like that, like sleep deprivation, starvation, that type of thing. And all those things could really be like, bundled together to make Steve like a lot more serious of a character, which I hope is the angle that they're going for.
Because they're gonna want to establish a really like serious like bond between. Because when the tragedy of the inevitable Steve transformation happens, that's got a, they're really going to want that to pull at the heartstrings, so that maybe can start off more, less cheeky and awkward and more kind of moody as with, but still those feelings I think are going to be there and they're going to be shown.
That's a good point.
So there's that payoff.
I guess whether they're going to lean more into the Claire Steve romance thing, because like in the original, like Claire never had any indication that she
no,
feelings
but
for Steve like that. But I wonder, will they make that as an angle in this one?
Maybe
to add into the tragedy.
I just don't know if it's necessarily needs to be reciprocated, like to be, because it's just like Claire can just understand that maybe he has feelings, and it's just almost, just feels bad for, she doesn't have to reciprocate it in the same way to make it necessarily tragic. It's just Steve as a tragic character, So who knows? You could take it any which way. I don't know if, Claire's going to be, oh, God damn, Steve, I love you so much. You might just be like, oh, that poor guy, he was besotted with me and he's just mutated into some freak and he's just had to, die. But he saved me. He tried to come good. He tried to do done his best nemesis from the second film.
Oh, Steve turned into a cross-dressing freak.
Yeah, maybe he's gay. Maybe he's after Chris's cake instead of Claire's.
But jokes aside, one thing they could do with this character is they could do the tragic hero thing like they did with Luis, where maybe not so much that he did bad things and now he's trying to repent, where basically you have this younger character that may be a year or so younger than Claire, and then he meets her and then he gets his first bit of normalcy of being basically a teenager, getting his first crush, except for it's in this horrible situation they find themselves, and being able to actually open up a little bit to her and talk about what he's been through, like with his father dying, because you can make that more impactful. But in the end, as soon as he starts to see that life could actually be better than this, Alexia takes it from him.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I wonder who's going to play Alexia. Like, I wonder what the face model is going to be like that.
It's Mila Jovovich.
No.
Please God, no. I don't want Alexia to be in every scene.
No. I normally sound a little disappointed, but let's go.
Well, I just think she's had her time, and we should move on.
Yeah, all right.
Sydney Sweeney, she'd get my vote.
Dude, I'm in. Dude, I bet she could do it.
Why not?
All right,
Might
where
be
is
a
this,
bit
boys?
expensive.
Oh yeah.
This is clearly the main hall of the
Where's this,
fucking
boys?
what do you call it?
But yeah, but hold on, real quick. Would you say that Sydney Sweeney's has the right genes to play Alexia?
Yes.
Sure, why not? She's tall, she's blonde, she's gorgeous.
Oh man, I guess you guys didn't see that controversy where everybody. I guess she did some gene commercial.
I
Everybody was.
know what you're talking about.
Okay,
That's
okay, it was a
right.
bad joke.
It was, and also dated.
Oh man,
We're the first here with the news. We are current. We are current.
Yeah. So, is that the front door?
This will be not the palace, but the building before it. So, the scene where you rescue Steve from being gassed and come back out, and then Alfred is shooting at you from above. That'll be that room.
So, is Hunnigan's desk behind us?
I assume so. Maybe.
Okay.
I guess it's clearly. I think they're going to redesign the palace and the
Yeah.
building before it to be like the same building,
Oh,
just to like save on like shit like that.
so when you first walk in, right? When you first walk in the door in the original Resident Evil Code Veronica, you would be standing pretty much right here, because if you look at the top middle, you can see the picture on the wall.
Yeah.
So that's all Alfred's picture. So yeah, as you walk in, this is.
Also notice that there's a door on the ground floor above those steps. So I wonder because there was a door in the top left corner in the original one that went through to like the memorabilia room for the Ashford estate, and as well as the building the room where you rescue Steve. I wonder if they're going to redesign it so that room leads to both of those areas.
Yeah. Well, if they keep it somewhat close, I know where the save room is.
Yeah.
Okay, boys.
Oh, Michael Jackson. The white gloves.
So, is this maybe where you first meet him? You know.
Possibly. It looks like a banister that he's holding on to.
Yeah, the walls look a little red, so it might. Here, let me go back a little bit. No, that's all white. And then so no, that doesn't.
Is that Alexia's bedroom then, maybe?
Yeah, where he's talking to. So yeah, because
Is there someone in the corridor?
like I wonder if they're gonna get rid of the entire thing, or at least make him crazy and talking to himself.
And he's going to be an aristocrat still. Like he's going to speak like an aristocrat. That's my.
Yeah.
So I wonder
the lineage, the blue blood.
Yeah, so I wonder how crazy he will be and how they plan on doing it. Because they could, I mean, people are going to complain on the internet about it, but Resident Evil Code Veronica is still a very loved game. If you took out only 10% of the stuff that's going to make the modern audience mad, this game is still going to sell like hotcakes. I mean, very few people are going to sit there and
they will compromise. They will do what that has been working for them so far and compromise with strategy and horror in RE9. They will probably try to do a bit of both, where no one's 100% happy, but they're 95% happy, and that'll do.
I'll take 51% at this point.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that they will have to write Alfred as being like neurodivergent in some sense, whether he's like hallucinating Alexia or he's schizophrenic or like manic depressive, or they're gonna have to have something in that to Alfred's character, because if anyone in Alfred's position probably would be a bit like crazy at that point.
Yeah, unless they decide to make him an enemy that you like, and they actually make him kind of cool, and then you find out in the background he's the reason why everything bad's happening to you. You know, that's reaching. All right, let's dig in, boys. Oh, okay. So what do you see, boys? What do you see?
Jurassic Park.
You see the big palace at the highest point.
Yeah, and if you look to the left, there's the facility, right? And then if you go even far, look, if you go even farther left, is that a ship?
It almost looks like there's 2 islands now, and there's like a bridge between them or something.
Dude, what if that's the prison camp? It's like a fully constructed thing. Like they're not actually on the island itself. They're all the criminals over there. And then as you cut through the forest, you get to the like the forest scene that we saw in the beginning. Maybe you run through that to get to the castle.
I mean, like in the original, there is that big bridge.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. When you start in the prison and then you use the Duralinum like wolf medal and open the door, there is a bridge after that the jeep is blocking.
Oh yeah, so that's our bridge. So that's where we're basically going from the. You probably start on that very far side and work your way towards the end of the inside of the island.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder if you look in like the middle kind of bottom, like where the bridge kind of connects to the island. There's another little area there, and I wonder if that's
almost looks like a satellite dish. Maybe.
Yeah. There's a satellite dish to the right, and then if you look a little bit down and to the left, there's like a little building. Looks kind of a circle a little bit, like maybe a little castle kind of area. Which I would think. I wonder if that's that. Because in the game you had I can't remember his name, but you had the one scientist guy that was really big on the Ashfords. Like, oh, he did everything for me, and he was doing all the horrible experiments and everything. And maybe that's his area.
Oh my god! Sorry, unrelated to what we're watching right now, but it doesn't really come up, I don't think, in the trailer. The Nosferatu fight. Holy shit! I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Dude, I hope it's cool, man. Because I have a feeling they're gonna make him more agile.
Yeah,
like
more
he'll be
technical.
I think you're gonna be on a platform, and he's gonna basically. I bet you, dude. If I had to guess, it's gonna be something like the Mendez fight.
Yeah. Well, I like that because it is shrouded by the mist. So yeah, that would be cool. I mean, it'd be cool if they do it in the way keep it truer to the original. But yeah, there's scope there.
Yeah, because you could have him with his because they're almost kind of like spider legs, kind of. And if you're on it, let's say if we talk about the original game, you're on that. Was it a helipad or something? You're just on that platform, and if he shows up slow at first, you shoot him, and then those legs sprout out more, and now he's more agile. So not only is he spitting mist around you, which may be poisons, may not, whatever, but he can actually go under the platform or above it and move around and get you from all sides. Where the Mendez fight, it was almost like a tennis match, where this one he can hit you from any side and he's covered by the mist. So yeah, that's where my brain goes. But this looks great. Let's move in. This is where. So basically, this is the scene that we once saw. We're basically about the knife.
Claire Redfield.
Look at this, Claire. That looks specifically that does not look like RE2 Remake.
There is something different about her, but I can't put my name on it. Like, she has the same nose, she has the same lips. Like,
all right, well let's carry on.
Claire Redfield.
Oh my god, I think it's that her hair is down.
Oh, let's go back real quick. I want to see. Is that the okay? That's just. Oh, this is a different angle of the thing we saw earlier. Just from the front a little bit more. The jacket.
Made in heaven.
Yeah.
It's got like a collar.
Yeah, she had that on before, like Steve did, didn't they? Both had it as a prisoner. They had that.
Is that the same? Well, that looks okay. I take it back. It doesn't quite look like the Resident Evil 2 chick, but I
think it is, but I can see why you're saying it. Like there's something different. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not either. I think she looks great. She looks great. I don't like, but it could be just from a side angle, that's throwing me off. But also, like, my brain is in speculation mode, so every little detail I think may be off. I'm like, is this something? But oh my god!
Oh my god! Yeah, and that's the same guy that she picks up the handgun from.
Yeah.
Yep. And then look at the
That's
zombies.
that same room.
Zombamboids.
1, 2,
They've all
3,
got,
4,
like-
5.
Yeah.
That's a
So
lot
the
of
ones that
zombies.
have got the ones that have the green outfits on are the ones that have those collars. So they're
Yeah.
like prisoners.
Yeah.
Because that's a guard, isn't it, at the front? Because he hasn't got a collar on. Looks like he's wearing like a military-esque suit sort of thing.
And he has an umbrella, like emblem or pin or something on his pocket.
Yeah.
So here, I'm gonna go back just a little bit, and I just want to. Medicine on the ground. You're gonna need a little bit of that. Just want to see something real quick.
Give me the serum.
Never mind.
Well, boys,
we got there. I think it might be somebody different.
What a way to kick off the show.
Close.
Resident Evil Veronica revisits a classic
I think it might
title
be
from
somebody
Resident
close.
Evil universe,
The
reimagining the experience
face
for
actress
today's
or whatever.
players. Thank you to Takuchi.
You know what, Sevens? You might be right, but I think at the moment it's a conspiracy theory, and I think it's the same person.
Yeah, it's fake news. It's clear. It's obviously like Jordan McEwen, like the face model person for it. Like I think they've changed some things about it, but it's the same overall Claire that we had in 2.
Well, it might just be better made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be just
point.
that. Yeah.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. So, I mean, boys.
How old is she in how long after this was? How long is this after Resident Evil 2?
It's like 3 months.
Yeah,
3 months, yeah. So it's nothing, is it? Yeah. No, that's what I thought, but it was like just in case I brain farted.
Yeah.
So Resident Evil 2 takes place on September 29th, 1998.
Okay.
Code Veronica takes place in 1998 as well. So it can't be like 3 months at like the longest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but she looks like she's seen some shit, like, by this point. Obviously, the events of Resident Evil 2, but she looks determined.
Hardened.
In the RE3 epilogue files, in the 1999 RE3, Claire gets an epilogue file where it states that basically right after RE2 ends, she goes off looking for Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about these zombies? I'm looking at them is they are pale skinned. They definitely look a little bit different than the RE2 remake zombies. Like maybe they fresh
zombies.
They kind of do, which I wonder, because whenever you look at some of the pictures of the Code Veronica, like, what is it? The art that they made, some of the zombies have these weird green veins and things on them.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna bring them back or not, where maybe these are freshly turned, but as they, the Code Veronica or the Veronica T virus will, over time make them more bug-like or something.
Or the insectoid version of Crimson Heads.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that'd be cool. All right, boys. Well, I think this is going to be wrapping up the reaction. What's your last? Let's give us some last words.
I'm a pre-order it.
It's got my money.
I'm gonna pre-order the shit out of this game.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got Code Veronica is a game that I got into quite late, given that I got it as soon as it was released on the Dreamcast, and it kicked my ass, and life moved on, and then I only went back to it a few years ago and completed the whole thing like inside and out. And yeah, so it's fresh in my mind. But yeah, I love the experience, and I just hope they honor it in the same way that they honored 4.
I believe they will. Looking at this, I absolutely think they got there. But
yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I appreciate you, stopping in and do the review of the trailer with me. I think we're all pretty excited about it. But till next time.
Oh,
Toodles.
see you later.
See you, Curt.
And today, subbing in for Stallhammer is my good friend Curt.
All right, well, Curt, you missed out. You missed out on the entire reaction video. You're late. But did you see the trailer?
No.
Oh. Well.
No, I didn't.
You didn't
What's
see
going
it?
on?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
well,
yeah, today is the 5th, huh?
Yeah, you didn't see. You haven't seen the trailer?
I haven't seen it at all. Yay.
Gay.
I don't like
Gay
it.
Paris.
But Curt subbing in for Stall. It's working out so far.
Yeah.
Nothing
Seamless.
changed.
Seamless.
Seamless.
This fucking game is fucking gay. Why can't they just make it like the original?
Dude, she's pushy.
Oui? Qui est-ce?
Got some bed bugs.
So, you're the American who called earlier. The
Dora the
sister of the man on
Explorer
the
is
third
aging
floor.
Corla.
Ah. Welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you. Brr, it's freezing.
She
Come
farted.
Come in. We
Oh.
don't want you to catch a cold. I hate to
She
say
washed
it,
her ass
but
today.
your brother is quite odd.
So good. How
Can
did
we
she get
go?
down those stairs that quickly?
Stammer.
Check the map,
Stella.
bro.
She was just there.
She just jumped down the big hole
In we
between
go.
the stairs. Superhero landing. Welcome to Shea Redfield.
Mais quel pagaille! He's made such a mess again.
Oh, you just fucked this up for me. I had no idea what I was
just cleaned
watching.
it up a week ago.
Oh,
Just like a boulder rolled
I'm
through
gonna start
here.
talking to that big titty goth girl now.
Excellent.
Ah, the delightful biscuit. I'm sure he won't notice if we help ourselves. Oh, long. I'll bring some nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
That audio desyncing, that's so ridiculous. Someone's getting
appreciate that.
fired. It wasn't me. That's this is what they gave to the
Up hard, huh?
yeah. Somebody's getting fired.
Bad.
Oh yeah, there's two
Either
different
that or
times it
there's like a
happens.
time thing going on.
I think they're cutting dialogue from Claire.
What's interesting is that Hunk comes from behind her.
Yeah.
He was always behind her.
He was in the
Yeah.
apartment already.
Checking out that cake.
That old lady was in on it the whole time.
Genesis of Steve Brown's life.
Don't move. Claire Redfield.
Oh, hell yeah. New Revelations?
Yeah.
Oh, my
my
God.
God.
Dude, that guy. Terrifying. Terrifying.
That was just one of the 2 scenes that are in the movie, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's it, Kurt. What'd you think?
Capcom
Dude, we
on a
got
roll.
it.
What a
I
way
called
to
it.
kick off the show. Resident Evil Veronica revisits
Yeah.
a classic
You
title
can't
from
see
the
my
Resident Evil universe,
me
reimagining
right now,
the
but
experience for today's players.
yeah,
Thank you to Takuchi-san.
I was just doing the same thing. Yes.
Let's
Oh,
fucking
man.
go.
So what'd you think about
Is that Zach Krager on the stage?
it? Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like him from afar.
It's Jeff Keighley.
It's totally Zach Krager.
Yeah.
They're already
him.
that guy. Whoever he is. I don't know who he is, but whoever he is.
I'm excited for it, man. Like, I'm here for all of it that's happening. Like, I'm here for all of it. And I do my best to, like, okay, Resident Evil 8, it was not, it was a continuation and far less scary than RE7. I think RE7 intended to be the scariest, but it didn't feel like a Resident Evil game. It was just scary.
Yeah.
8 is the continuation of that, but I feel like they got more leeway for the supernatural stuff. But they were still good games. I mean, game wise, I think a lot of people want to, and I'm guilty of it myself, just, you know, branding something with a title that you love. People get behind that. So, like, I'm pumped for this. I think it's going to be great. And I knew it would be as soon as they did it. From what I've heard from the leaks, like the way that they're going to redo the story of it and give more, just give more background, more playtime, narrative, dialogue. I think it's awesome. And I'm excited.
Oh yeah, dude, me too. That's exactly that's right. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. But
Like, I'm just excited for all of it. This movie coming up, I don't know.
it's Resident
I really
Evil.
was.
It's Resident Evil.
It might
I'm
be
just-
a fun movie in its own universe, but I don't see it being a Resident Evil thing that I'm going to get very excited about.
Generic movie with
Flop.
with title of thing people love on top of it.
Yeah.
I think it was like, so I'm making this movie with this company, but I think I might have a way to get some more money out of this.
Yeah. Well,
And then Sony gets involved.
Oh yeah, Craig already said that this movie was happening regardless. They just slapped the RE on top of it. So, but hell yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording.